Hey, welcome to the GLF Bonn 2018. I'm Natasha Elkington, your TV host. And here today with me I have Christopher Stewart, who is the Head of Sustainability at Olam International. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you very much for having me.
Thank you. So please tell us about your organization, which I understand is a seed-to-shelf agribusiness.
That's right. So we grow and trade and supply commodities from about 66 countries worldwide. We source products such as coffee, cocoa, cashew, cotton, timber, palm oil, many other things, and we trade with manufacturers and retailers of food products.
Very interesting. So you spoke in a session yesterday. Would you mind giving us the highlights of what you spoke about?
Yeah, so the session yesterday was really about how can business engage with the stakeholders who are here at the GLF to better understand how businesses can contribute to sustainable landscapes and what are the responsibilities of the different actors. So how can we do farming better that contributes to livelihoods, to thriving communities and to regenerating the living world.
Okay, and what are some of the solutions or ideas that came up or suggestions?
So we had a really great audience. Actually, it's great to have such interest because there's not a lot of businesses at the GLF. That's something that we would like to change. We think that there are two big groups of constituents who are trying to solve a very big, difficult problem, and we're not going to solve it alone. We have to work together, and I think that we are trying to find a way of having that conversation effectively with the people who are here, who have a lot of expertise in conservation.
Okay, great. And then in terms of reimagining global agriculture, what's the business strategy, or is there one?
Well, yes, so our core purpose as a business is to reimagine global agriculture and to grow responsibly. And that means for us that we have to contribute to three big outcomes. The first of all is because we depend on farmers to supply the things that we originate and sell, we need those farmers to have a prosperous economic livelihoods. Right. We need the young people to stay in rural communities and take up farming as a profession, so we need thriving rural communities with access to healthcare, education and so forth. Mm-hmm. And we also need to protect the life support systems that Mother Nature gives to us. And so we've built that into our business model with our Living Landscapes policy, mm-hmm. and we're now working out in our different sourcing areas, how do we actually work with the different actors to get those three big outcomes.
Oh, great. Because, I memean, in the history of the world, it's like farmers are always at the bottom of the table and not looked after, so I hope it changes in the future. Great. So I guess that's Olam's vision. So how are you going to scale up? What are the plans to scale up? Because the theme is commitment to action, right? So how is Olam going to scale up and commit?
So one of the things, I mean, we already work with many sustainability schemes around the world, and within, for instance, our Olam Livelihood Charter, which is a way of supporting smallholder farmers. We already support 375,000 farmers worldwide with pre-financing, with training on better agricultural and labor practices, investing directly into their communities. What we now need to do is to work out how we match that investment directly into farmer livelihoods, mm-hmm. with actually creating a net positive impact on the wider landscape. And we need for that to work in partnership with NGOs, with national governments, and with our own customers who have real demands themselves around the sustainability of their products. So it's going to be a complicated story and a long journey, but we think that we are really hopeful for the future.
Well, that's great. Well, thank you very much for joining us. Real pleasure to speak to you.
Thank you.
And thank you for coming to the DLF.
Thank you very much.
Cheers.